Card selection is the 30th of December. How do teams free up player slots in their squads? Teams can retain a player, trade a player, buy a player out of his contract, or release a player. Following this, teams will have their preliminary squads, and this will determine the number of player slots available at the auction. After the auction, squads will be finalized for Season 2. Tune into SuperSport for all the action on the 27th of September.
It's the 27th. So yes, this is when it's happening. And you know what? There's a man here who can explain. It's easy enough when you kind of, everyone's saying, this is what happens, that's what happened. You look through a graphic and so forth, but it's better when you hear it from the horse's mouth. The head of cricket operations, SA20, Stephen Cook. Stephen, what's important? What must they all know? What must we know as we go into Season 2?
Yeah, and I mean, very exciting. I mean, second season of doing this. Last year, squads were a lot emptier. This season, we have a lot more of a framework to work with. So I think we're going to see a few more niche picks. Different teams need different things. Durban Super Giants just need one to complete their squad, and someone like Pretoria Capitals need a whole lot more. So we're going to see a little bit of a different approach. But I think come the end of today, there'll certainly be some stories. I mean, the rookie is obviously a major talking point, but there's certainly going to be some stories. So 21 new contracts given out through the day, and there'll be some tales.
Sean, he speaks about rookie, and you were talking to Donovan earlier, and speaking about nerves and all the rest. Speak about the importance of that and sort of kind of building things with this framework that kind of is a beginning, as he says, as we go along.
Yeah, I mean, they were talking about their legacy, and it's great. I mean, we know the well-known players, we know the overseas players that come in. But ideally, from the SA perspective, we want some new youngsters to come through. And I think that's why this initiative is so fantastic, because you've got 6 youngsters who are going to be embraced into the side. Whether they play, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe they get a game when the team's qualified, or maybe they actually have to step up to the plate. But the learning experience from international coaches, international South African players, international overseas players, will just be fantastic for them, and they'll be able to learn a hell of a lot about it. The one question I did want to throw to you is, we were amazed by how quickly fans from the different regions embraced their new teams.
Yeah.
When we talk about the teams, some of the fans are going to be, oh no, but we've lost a few players because this one's gone, been released. So just give us maybe a bit of insight. Someone like an Alzari Joseph, for example, he's been released because the West Indies have a future tours program on the go. Just kind of a bit of insight into the releasing and some of the pre-signings.
Yeah, absolutely. So teams were allowed to have up to 6 pre-signings, 2 South Africans, 4 overseas. And then obviously depending on that future tours program, I think that plays a big part, especially in the overseas players, as to who you keep, who you retain. And so we've seen some turnover in some of the squads, while less so in others. So someone like Pretoria Capitals have gone for less pre-signings, and hence they've got more work to do today, but left their options open. So yeah, I think different strokes for different teams, but I think that rookie will also feed into the greater strategy.
Yeah.
There are a lot of ways you can go with it. I mean, if you look at the age of 22 years or younger, you can go for a player who's played 2 or 3 seasons of domestic cricket, who's played 30 games, or you could go for someone 18 years old, straight out of school there, and work with the guy and see where you go with that. So I think there's a bit of flexibility in that.
Or still in school, as the case is with Garena. Here are the rules for Season 2. Essentially, I think what you need to point out as we look through all of these is what is different in comparison to Season number 1.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing, the salary cap's obviously gone up. It's up by 5.1 million. Just gave the teams a little bit more flexibility. So that 39.1 million, that's certainly a hefty fee for teams to be able to use, be able to trade players. We saw a few of those during the season, during the off-season, should I say. So there's a bit of flexibility there. Obviously, the rookie is completely new. And I think just probably a few tinkerings of approaches in terms of how teams will go about it. So and that FTP has obviously affected availability on certain players. And in the year in between, I mean, with all the cricket being played these days, I mean, a lot of new players have come through, and so really, guys who were unknown this time last year have emerged.
Wild card, I like that. As I looked through there, it said 7 excluding wild card. Tell everybody what that means.
Yeah, I mean, wildcard, as the name suggests, it's an opportunity for the franchises to really go out there and be creative. It can be a South
Left
African,
field.
it can be a South African, it can be an overseas. It doesn't fall within the salary cap. They can announce it late, they can announce it early. We've had 4 teams already announce theirs. 2 have still got that card up their sleeve. May well be waiting for today to see what they pick up before they go there. So yeah, certainly.
Okay, right. Well, looking forward to seeing who the wild cards are and kind of the makeup of each and every squad, each franchise. Right, time to get outside, and Andre's out there with hope.
Indeed, thank you very much, Pommy. We are here at the blue carpet with all the stars, and sitting next to me is a batsman from the Durban Super Giants, Matthew Britsky. Matthew, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
No, you experienced the Betway SA20 last season. Please let us know, how has your experience been?
It was unreal. It's probably the best month of cricket I've had in my whole life. I just think the way we got treated, the crowds, everything, to be treated like that and play in front of crowds like that, was awesome.
Yeah. Wow.
That's amazing, Matthew. Something else that I want to know. Ooh, sounds like the bells are letting us go in almost. But quickly before I let you go, I want to know, as a batsman, what was the specific highlight for you for season 1?
Probably got 2 highlights. I think batting with Heinrich Klaassen when he got that 100 in Centurion, and then my second one would probably be hitting the winning runs against the Mumbai Indians. So that was good.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Well, those must be very memorable moments from your side. But we too have created a couple of memorable wickets moments from season 1 just for you.
Must have got him. Absolutely top-class bowling. Done him all ends up. Gone! What a beauty! Goodbye! Bowled him! Another good comeback. A lot of character in this boy.
Take that! Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna show you flames, boy! Hey, no, you drive like a mama. Ooh, that's cold! Like your bed in summer. Oh, easy, boy. I'm coming for you. Coming for me! Watch me pack this up! Joe. Smooth! Where are you?
The Corolla Cross boundaries.
Hello, Rain1 is calling. It's one plan for your home and phones with free calls and data every month. Get 2 free mobile lines, each with 2 free gigs, 60 free minutes, 100 free SMS every month. Switch to Rain1. Unlimited 5G home Wi-Fi plus free calls and data every month for 2 phones, all for only $559 a month. And you can buy now and pay later.
To give you the best takes the best. The best hands. The best handling. The best care. And the best conditions. To bring you the best local fresh produce. The best of local, whatever it takes.
For me, all of me. The new fragrance by Narciso Rodriguez.
From stockbroking expertise to philanthropy advice, our wealth advisors connect your money decisions to every aspect of your life. We call it Connected Wealth.
on the roof. That's well over. It's into the trees. It's a tremendous shot.
Oh, he's hit that beautifully. He's got underneath that and he's hit that for a long, long six.
Oh, you beauty! Under the roof of that old pavilion stand.
Oh, and that's crunched. Wow, how's that first strike? Jeez, that's gone a long way.
Oh, hello, that's a fantastic hit. Miles back.
That is some hit.
Oh, you talked about it, Brewery. It's in that direction.
That's picked up. Has that gone all the way?
Yeah, I think this is one of the biggest sixes that I've actually seen at the Wanderers.
Oh, Tristan Stubbs sends this one into orbit.
Down the track that time, and he said that very well.
Welcome back everybody. We're live to you from the Wanderers Club and it's SA20 season number 2. Hasn't begun, it begins with the auction, so effectively we can say we're starting off. Ashwa Prince, Sean Pollock alongside. Guys, as we look back, you have to be shrewd, don't you, in terms of your acquisitions for your sides?
Yeah, I think you do. I think they've got some good plans in place. A lot of teams have gone out front and said, listen, we're going to pre-sign certain individuals. But I think they've got a better understanding about what's required. It was all a bit of a novelty in that first season. You have a bit of a reassessment. You try and look at who was successful, who wasn't, how you can strengthen your side, who you're going to offload. So there's been a lot of changes and you would expect it to be more calculated. It's not a massive auction. I think there'll only be 21 players picked up today compared to, I think, over 80 last time. But I think it's going to be strategic about who they go after.
How you kind of sort out what you think of a player on paper and what he does in real life, the difficulty of that as we look at Durban Supergiant and what they have left.
Yeah, I think it's not the case of just getting a big name because he's in the auction and his name is there. It's about where he fits in to your 11 or your starting 11 if you wish, and what kind of role he plays at your home ground, at away grounds. Obviously certain home grounds suits certain type of players. We saw at Power Royals, for instance, their spinners were really, really successful under their conditions. Joburg Super Kings there, well, they enjoy the ball coming on, so their batters will be looking to fill their boots up there at the Wanderers. And generally in the Highveld, that's the case. Fantastic with somebody like Mawan Ali coming in there. What an acquisition.
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be Joburg Super Kings and Pretoria Capitals. I think those are the ones who are going to be doing most of the buying in this auction. You know, they're the ones who've got lots of money. Durban Super Kings, I think they've only got 2 places available besides the rookie, and they haven't got much of a purse. So MI Cape Town have also got a decent purse, and it's going to be interesting to see. We might actually see a lot of players come to the fore and not even have a bit of a battle between, because people know exactly what they want at this stage to make their sides a bit stronger.
Yeah, good that we, see all these numbers, and you're looking right-hand side, purse remaining, and that's what Sean's talking about in terms of who has a lot of money left. So, Paarl Royals, Pretoria Capitals, Joburg Super Kings, MI Cape Town, they've got 5, 6, 9, 8, and then Sunrisers, Eastern Cape. Well, that means their side is done, doesn't it?
Well, it's continuity. That's what that means to me. It's continuity. They've obviously the successful team from the first season. They want continuity. They've signed and sealed their guys, and maybe just one last piece to the jigsaw puzzle.
Okay, what's important is, well, who's coming? Where are they coming? How are we doing this? Batters in set number 1. Just kind of thrown some up there. Sean, as you look through those.
Yeah, you've got 8 names, but the key is you don't know who's coming out first.
Yeah.
It's kind of drawn out of a hat, and then you have to decide. So you might be wanting one of those batters, but he might only come out 8th. Wicketkeepers Calvarena was released.
Interesting name, Robin Utapa.
Yeah. I mean, whether he goes as a keeper, he can do the keeping job. Ruben Herman, I think he goes as one of the rookies. He might be picked up as well. So, yeah, some exciting options. I think all-rounders, I mean, let's be honest, all-rounders make and break teams.
He's going to go there again. He's going to go there again.
They make or break sides. So this is going to be the big section. This is where all the money is going to be spent on making sure that you've got that particular balance. Colin de Grandhomme, he's presented. That's someone new for us at the SA20 this year.
Yeah, and a good player, good international player, New Zealand, and hit it a long way, bowl some mediums and swing it and so forth on South African tracks. Fast bowlers, this will be interesting. Romario Shepherd is in there. He was here last time, and the kind of schedule, isn't it? That's the issue. These guys kind of having international commitments as well.
He's had some fantastic success since he's been in South Africa and with the West Indies, so he's been in some really good form.
Yeah, look at the spin bowlers. And Van Berg, looking at him, senior guy. Imran Manak. Makila Dhananjaya, mystery. You always want those in 2020 cricket. So
Liam Mulder, he's a rookie as well. So does he get picked up first before the rookie section, or do we wait until at the back end? But yeah, exciting. Some players who can definitely have an impact in the spin department.
What did they say last year? What did we say last year? We said, give MI Cape Town the trophy on the back of the auction. So it's not that, is it?
I think they're all aware of that now. I mean, a lot of them, the owners, the coaches, they've been around the block, around the world, and they know that they've got to find that cohesion within their teams. And it didn't happen initially for the Sunrisers, but sort of midway they got to go in. They got Rula van der Merwe in the team. They had that game in Cape Town that they won from absolutely nowhere, and that sort of turned things around for them.
And they obviously are the defending champions, and they hope, having done just about all their business, they can do it again. Let's get this on the roll to the Commissioner, Graham Smith.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, to distinguished guests, to our teams, 6 franchises. It's fantastic to have you back in South Africa. We've spent all this time reminiscing about Season 1, and today opens Season 2. It's incredible to see the coaches, some of the players that really took Season 1 to life, and then, of course, those at home, the fans who came out in droves to support SA20 and really, brought it to life in Season 1. We're here for Season 2. And it's been a lot of hard work to always get to this auction day. So I found myself at home or at the hotel having a surreal moment, really, about the platform that was created for Season 1 and thinking about the opportunity for those players today. An opportunity, a dream that can come true to be a part of one of these franchises, to bring your cricketing career to life and to set yourself up for something special. A legacy tournament that hopefully will, really bring the best out of all the teams. We know the teams, the competition, the competitive nature of all of you, and the players that will join you today. 15 players in the auction, and the 6 rookies in the draft later today. So we wish everyone well. We wish the teams well. We know how seriously you take today, and we cannot wait to see the squads at the end of Season 2 auction. At the core, we will always be a cricket product, and we look forward to seeing that come to life tonight and knowing the competition that's going to be available. For Season 2, we have a new auctioneer making her debut, and I'd like to welcome her. She comes with a great amount of expertise, and I'd like to welcome Ariella Cooper.
Kan je het verhaken? Thank you. Good afternoon, franchisees, global audience, and members in the studio. It is an absolute privilege. As you heard, my name is Ariella Cooper, and let's have some fun today. Let's continue the new era of SA cricket. Who's going to become a new household name, and will records be broken? Today's session is broken up into 3 parts. The first session, number 1, comprises of 40 players, as we are aware, of 5 specialist skills.